Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is Diggity Dog coming at you in the very first episode of 2019 from the Hermitcraft server. So the Diggity Dog goes and lies on a beach for 2 weeks and all hell breaks loose on the Hermitcraft server. Guys, what the heck is going on here, man? Listen, I've got a little bit of a confession to make, okay? While I was on holiday in South Africa for the last 4 weeks or so, I was not really watching or keeping up to date with anything that is going on in the world of Hermitcraft. In fact, this holiday I tried a little something different for my time away in South Africa with my family. I decided that I would 100% disconnect from the interbubs, which I mostly achieved. I never logged into YouTube. I didn't log into Twitter. I did make an Instagram account, though. I got a little bit bored at one point, and my little brother Jono convinced me to make an Instagram account, which I did. And, well, you can go check it out if you want. But I literally disconnected for 4 weeks. I have just got back. Well, I've been back for a few days now. And I know that there is some sort of a war going on the server, from what I can see from the thumbnails and the Reddit and whatnot. And of course, this war is as a result of all of the insane prankage that was going on at the end of last year. And what I have managed to work out over here is that we've got two teams going to battle across the medieval district over here. We got the G team over there in their water purification plant base. And we've got Team Star over here in their candy shop base. That's also got a giant freaking Temple of Doom next to it. So that's about as much as I know about this Hermitcraft war that's going on. I mean, I'm guessing that I am in Team Star because a little bit earlier today, I logged onto the server and Mumbo Jumbo gave me this book. It says mole orders. Orders: create a weapon for Team Star, but rig it to blow up when one of them uses it and blame someone on the G team if they ask. I have no idea what this means. This was written by dudes, I need your help right now, okay? Can we kick things off today with a little bit of help from you guys? Would one of you mind summarizing for the Diggity Dog exactly what has been going down on the Hermitcraft server since I've been away? Could we get some bullet points, maybe? Just 1, 2, 3, 4. What's been happening? What's been occurring? What has happened here on Hermit Island? I mean, it looks like a whole bunch of war has already kicked off. There's fire and flames all over the show. I'm going to assume that there's a whole bunch of trappages and stuff around here. I did spot something kind of interesting over here a little bit earlier on. By the way, I do have a confession to make. Why don't we spend a little bit of time exploring this battlefield? See what's happening. Is this some sort of a cannon? Man, oh my goodness, there's TNT in there? Jeez, okay, so that's a little bit scary. Looks like we got some traps over here. But yeah, I do have a confession to make, guys. I actually tried to record a Hermitcraft episode a few days ago. I've been back to England for about a week now, and I actually did record an entire episode, 30 minutes long. But, well, the Diggity Dog forgot to plug in his microphone, and I completely messed that one up. So, yeah. Welcome back to 2019, ReNDoG. We've got our very first real-life face derp has just occurred this week. So I was a little bit frustrated. I was like, man, that sucks. I recorded this entire episode and I'm going to have to start again. So instead, what I did is I took a couple of days to get my house in order. I've actually been cleaning my house now for the last couple of days, getting ready for the brand new year. My mama dog always taught me, messy house, messy mind. So I have cleaned the living bajingo out of my house. Ladies, get in line. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there'll be any ladies in my house this year, but a man can dream. Anyway, I'm back on the server now, which is excellent. We've got so many things to do on the server this year. It is going to be awesome. By the way, how awesome is this defense over here for Team Star? I think Team Star is kind of the team that I want to be on right now. It looks like we got some serious trappage going on over here. I'm loving the soul sand, right? This is going to stop you getting toward the base. And then, of course, there looks like there's a moat. Oh, my goodness. This moat is full of magma cubes, and that looks like some sort of a trap that's going to shoot you in the butt with arrows or something. You know what I need to do? I think I need to get together with Doc or something, and he can take me on like a tour of what this base is all about. I have had a quick look inside this base, actually. And it's kind of funny because, well, there is an effigy of the Diggity Dog chilling over here. Hey, what's happening, ReNDoG? I was hoping we'd get a haircut for 2019, but looks like the derp is still real. But yeah, this looks like the interior structure of Team Star, pretty sweet. And it looks like I'm sitting here all by myself eating some pork chops, looking very lonely. And, well, I must say, it doesn't make me very happy. I thought Team Star would be a little bit nicer to me than just plonking me in here and leaving me all by myself to eat pork chops for eternity. But yeah, looks like we might be on Team Star right now. But as I said, guys, I have no idea. If one of you would be kind enough to give me some bullet points, catch me up, please, on what is going on in the Hermitcraft Civil War. I'm very keen to get stuck in over here. There is a lot of cool stuff that we can get involved in, and I'm going to very much enjoy helping to blow up this water purification system. That is the Team G base. It is actually really awesome though, isn't it? It's kind of cool. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of stuff up here. You know what, guys? Let's get away from this area because I feel like I might be spoiling some things here. I know that the other hermits are working pretty hard on this war at the moment. So let's take ourselves over to other sides of the Hermit Island, see what is going down over here. I'm trying to get myself back into the groove of things up around here, my dudes. I've been on holiday for about 4 weeks or so. And I got to tell you guys, I've had an absolutely magnificent time away. You know what I want to do? I want to go quickly check out the Fairy Pirate Grotto Cave of Awesomeness. Oh, and I was told that there is some pretty cool stuff happening over at Concorp. So why don't we go in this direction first? But yeah, guys, I've had an absolutely magnificent holiday. As I mentioned, ooh, look at this. One of the railway lines has been sort of completed over here, all the way from the Northern District to the Fantasy District station. Very good. Ooh, look at this. Cubfan been busy. What is going on over here? That is so cool. I'm guessing this is like a Concorp satellite or something. Yeah, that's a Concorp satellite. Cubfan doing some insane things in Minecraft as usual. I wonder where that laser beam goes, actually. That's kind of curious. And what else is going on in Concorp? Oh, they got a nice little fountain thing over here. That's pretty cool. Oh, man. Concorp still as smelly in 2019 as they were in 2018, okay? Jeez. No sympathy. Although that is some really good work. Nice one, Cub. But yeah, looks like some great work has been done here on the Hermit Railway Network, which, by the way, my dudes, I'm exceptionally excited to get involved in once again. Going to be one of our primary objectives for 2019 is to get our railway network up and running. I left the server just before this area got completed, and man, is this place looking amazing. Nice job, Hermits. This looks like it turned out to be a pretty good and successful Christmas project the Hermits got up to out here. Very, very nice. Now, what I thought we would do to sort of kick things off today, guys, is kind of review what we are going to be doing on the Hermitcraft server this year. We've got a couple of big open projects right now, and I would very much like to get as many of them finished off as soon as possible this year. And one of the projects that I would like to kick things off is this beautiful little area over here. Ooh, hello. This wasn't here when I left last year. We got some water down here. I see. False Symmetry has been busy in the Fairy Pirate Grotto of Awesomeness. For those of you guys who are maybe confused right now, this is eventually going to become the shared base of False Symmetry and ReNDoG. We're going to be sharing a base down here. We've made a couple of facilities so far. I created this auto-smelting facility, which automatically smelts stuff. Yeah, I know. Pretty advanced things over here. Some furnaces and whatnot. We'll get into this a little bit in more detail in the coming episodes when we start working on this project. And Falsey made for us a bit of a food factory over here. Yes, here it is. We've got like a cow farm over here and a chicken farm over here. So that's pretty awesome. Oh my goodness. Chicken flowing out the wazoo. Beautiful. And of course, this is connecting all the way into False Symmetry's base right now. Ooh, it looks like she's done a little bit more work around here too. Very good. But let's not spend too much time down here, guys. we'll definitely be taking a more thorough look around when we start working on this project. But I tell you what, why don't we start writing down some of our primary projects for 2019. Let's begin with Fairy Pirate Grotto Cave of Awesomeness as one of our primary projects. And as we had a brief look at a little bit earlier, the second biggest project for the Diggity Dog this year is going to be the completion of the Hermit Railway Network. And, well, this is my biggest project for 2019, and it's certainly the one that I am most interested in getting finished as soon as possible. Some great work has been done around here, apparently, I've been told, on the HRN while I've been away. A couple of people have been working on some stations. Speaking of which, this is a brand new station here in the HRA network. I believe this one is the Medieval District Station, and it was created by Wells, I think it is. Yeah, that looks like a Wells build. So very awesome, and it looks like we got the lines coming in here and coming out there. I was flying around the server a couple days ago. By the way, I died. Did I mention that I've died already this year? I didn't mention that. Well, I died off camera already, so derp face number 2. But as you can see, I've been working a little bit on this section of the HRN, which is the Western Aquatic tunnel that comes out of Grand Central Station, and this tunnel is going to be taking a left turn here, and it's going to be sort of continuing on its way all the way out in that direction. However, what I realized is that the Medieval District Station is currently kind of floating on the Hermit Railway Network. You know what? I'm going to throw up a really awesome network map that one of you guys made for me last year. Thank you, by the way, everybody, for all of those awesome maps that you made for me last year. You guys know who I'm talking to. But what I think we need to do, actually, is connect the Medieval District Station to the Western Line, right? So instead of the Western Line going this way, the Western Line will connect directly into the Medieval Station, and then it'll continue from there to the Industrial District Station all the way up there. So anyway, I'm getting way into the HRN Network project already. So let's get that up onto the list. HRN Network Project of Doom and Awesomeness. Excellent stuff. Those are our 2 major projects, I suppose, to start off 2019. I don't want to, overload myself with too many projects, because you know how it goes with the ReNDoG Dog, guys. We start a whole bunch of sweet projects, and we never finish them. So let's try and keep our project list on the down low this year. See if we can get a couple of these bad boys fired out. And of course, we're going to be getting involved in the Hermitcraft Civil War over here also. So that's probably going to be a good couple of weeks worth of awesomeness here on the ReNDoG channel. Dudes, did I mention that I'm absolutely ecstatic to be back? I am so excited about this year. My goodness gracious, I am just so pleased, man, and I'm so happy to be back. Obviously, I had an amazing time with my fam. Love being back in South Africa, but I am very glad to be back here on Hermitcraft. Trying to figure out how these peripheral things work, how this keyboard and this mouse works, and how this game works. When you don't play Minecraft for a very long time, it's kind of weird to come back into it. And by the way, guys, in my holiday, I didn't actually use a computer for 4 weeks. So this is basically the second time in about 4 weeks that I've used a computer. So I'm kind of trying to get myself used to it. Oh, Iskal's still begging in the center of town. Oh, Iskal, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! Now, guys, I've got some very exciting news for the next part of today's episode. And as you can see, here we are chilling outside the door of Big Logs Incorporated. This is one of our businesses on the Hermitcraft server, right next to Big Rocks Incorporated, which is another one of our businesses here on the Hermitcraft server. And I must admit, guys, the very first thing that I did a couple of days ago when I logged onto the server is check my profits. I mean, you would do the same, am I right, guys? I'm very proud to announce that we made an absolute butt ton of diamonds over the course of my holiday. In the last 4 weeks or so, I have managed to make 64 times 2 plus 10 diamonds. Pretty awesome. Half of that's going to go over to Impulse, of course, my business partner, because I'm very proud to announce, guys, that we actually almost sold out of most of the logs in Big Logs Incorporated. Ooh, and I've already made a couple more sales since I restocked. I actually restocked the shop yesterday because it was basically sold out. As you can see, we made a nice amount of profit. Unfortunately, I've got a couple more spruce sales there. Good stuff. Unfortunately, we did not do so well on the Big Rocks Incorporated front. I believe we only sold 2 shulker boxes worth of goods since I went on holiday, and maybe we didn't do enough advertising for Big Rocks Incorporated, but yeah, we sold like a shulker box of cobblestone over here, and I think we sold another smooth stone one also. So maybe we need to do a little bit more advertising for Big Rocks Incorporated. I mean, come on, Hermits. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Totally diamonds. We actually sold more smooth stone since I last checked, but someone has bought the shulker boxes with lapis. That is, well, cute, but wrong! So yeah, all in all, a very profitable last 4 weeks on the Hermitcraft server for us, guys, even though we weren't actually here. I'm quite interested to know who bought my goods with lapis. Does anybody know out there? Revenge must be had. Or at least we're going to need to send a bouncer to do some serious diamond collection from whoever was responsible for that. But being in the log shop has just reminded me, guys, we do have another outstanding project all the way over here in the industrial district. And of course, it is our task to build a factory for the log machine that Impulse set up at the end of last year. You guys remember Impulse built this thing, and of course, we've got a deal with Impulse that this machine will make all of the logs that we sell in the log shop, and then Impulse will take half of the diamonds. So this is another one of the projects. Let's get it onto the list. Bing! And maybe this will be one of the ones that we start working on the soonest, because it's going to be a pretty easy one to do, I think. I mean, it's going to be huge. It's going to be an absolutely massive building. But, of course, I think Impulse, our business partner, has been waiting for that factory to be made now for quite a long time. And, well, it's looking kind of ugly out here. So maybe we're cracking on that one in the next few episodes or so. That should be pretty fun. So, yeah, 3 major projects for 2019. Very, very good. Cub fan, don't take this the wrong way, my dude, but you kind of need a shave. You know, you haven't cut your beard in probably 4 or 5 years, and let's be honest, you're starting to look quite scraggly up in here, and potentially chasing away customers from the Concorp butt barge. Speaking of butts, I would like to check whether or not the con butts have actually restocked this barge while I was away. I mean, it was a perfect opportunity to do some restocking while the Diggity Dog was in South Africa. And it looks like there's definitely been a little bit of restocking over here. A little bit of birch and a little bit of jungle. Okay, I'm picking up what the butt barges are putting down. They're literally just trying to profit from the Diggity Dog right now. Of course, our prices are exactly the same as theirs right now. So, wait, how many is this? Okay, it's this many. So, yeah, looks like whenever the Concorp need a little bit of diamonds, they're just going to add some logs into the butt barge. And, well, all of the juicy profits that I made over the holiday are about to be evaporated into the purchasing of more stock, which we have so much stock right now that we're actually never going to be able to sell it. But enjoy the diamonds, con butts. All right, with all that out the way, guys, it's finally time to get down to some actual Minecrafting for the first time in 2019. Just brewed myself a fresh batch of coffee. Give me 1 second, man. I need my first sip of 2019. That's what I'm talking about, man. Caffeine straight to the butt. And as you can see, I am prepared for the rest of this episode. Spent an hour or so off camera getting all the resources that we're going to need to finish off this tunnel that is going to be heading over to the medieval district of the HRN. And, well, I did quite a lot of this off camera, actually, this week. In between cleaning my house and vacuuming the floor, I was logging on and doing a little bit of work, and I actually died building this thing. A creeper blew me up. But, yeah, I was having a look at Grand Central Station over here, getting some flashbacks up in this business, guys. Of course, this was a prank that Grian and Falsey made last year that killed me in lava, which has got the blood flowing once again. Civil War, here we come. Grian, I got your number, my brother. I'm coming for you, bro. But yeah, we're not going to be doing any of that today, because we're just going to sort of take things a little bit easy today, get back into the flow, do a little bit of crafting. I already spotted that we've got a little bit of a problem down here. This thing needs to go down 1 block, and then we need to put a floor in. Then we need to get rid of all of this water inside of this tunnel. So hopefully we can get that done today. But before we do any of that, guys, I would very much like to make sure that we have got everything that we need to make 2019 awesome, and I want to make sure I haven't lost any of my important items. So shall we go through everything that we have, or that we should have, should I say, starting with, of course, Silkworm Jim the Third, our Silkworm pickaxe. We got Pixcalibur the Third, our Fortune pickaxe. We got Diamond Shovel, which still needs a name. We got Fang the First, excellent. Tridog 77, still alive and kicking, beautiful. We got Logolas the First, our axe, and we have got Rocky, our pet shulker box, which is actually functioning as our rocket box right now. Yep, I keep all of my rockets in Rocky's butt, which is awesome. So yeah, I think we got everything that we need. I don't think we're missing anything. We got Wings of the Dog also. We have got Dogatello's Dome the Second, and we've got some diamond boots with Depth Strider on them, so we should be good to go for today's task of finishing off this tunnel. And this is actually feeling kind of good. It took me a few hours or so to get all of this sort of prepared and up and running, but I think this is kind of how I'm going to try and operate in 2019. I'm going to try to be a little bit more efficient when it comes to playing Minecraft, spend a little bit less time messing around with items and item management, and a little bit more time actually making stuff. And completing the Fairy Pirate Grotto Cave of Awesomeness is going to go a long way to making sure that that is a possibility, man. We need to get a proper storage system going on this year, guys. My items are all over the place. It is just an absolute mess of of item management for the ReNDoG Dog right now. So storage facility in the Fairy Pirate Grotto Cave is going to be one of our priorities this year, I think. Try to get that done as soon as possible. I'm sure Falsey will be very happy to have some proper storage too. But let's kick things off by fixing a little bit of a mistake that I made. Actually, it looks like this row needs to go 1 down for the floor. And, well, like I say, guys, I'm a little bit rusty right now, okay, guys? I had a very, very chilled out holiday, a holiday that involved 0 Minecraft, 0 computer gaming, and, well, I'm going to spend today trying to get back into it a little bit, learn how to use this game again, how to use my keyboard, how to use my mouse, how to place blocks and whatnot. Hopefully you won't die also, because that would be embarrassing. But, yeah, had an amazing holiday in South Africa, guys. I want to say a big thank you to all of you who were sending me some love over the holiday period. I got a bunch of emails from you guys. A lot of you guys were sending me some tweets and whatnot, and I saw a couple of those when I got back, and I think I checked Twitter every now and then when I was on holiday. I can't really remember. And yeah, thanks for all of the love on Instagram, man. We've got about 600 or so followers on Instagram at the moment. Man, got so much love on the Instagrammage. So thanks to everybody who got involved in that over the holidays. I was posting a couple pictures of my holiday. Now, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my holiday, but honestly, there isn't really too much to tell. It was an extremely relaxed holiday. I would say one of the most relaxed holidays that I've ever had. And of course that is because I decided to completely disconnect, and doing that was like a very scary thing, because I was like, oh man, if I completely disconnect, I'm going to come back and my channel's going to be dead, no one's going to be watching my videos. But luckily, for the time that I was away, I pre-recorded a series called SevTech, which is a modded series. And man, you guys who are watching the SevTech series, you really enjoyed it, and thank you for all of the amazing comments, all of the amazing feedback. And we're probably going to be continuing that series this year too. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, go and check it out, man. It's a pretty hilarious series. We are basically a caveman called Crunk trying to live on an island, and it's pretty hilarious. And we're only about 15 episodes or so into the series, so enough time for you guys to catch up, for those of you guys who missed the series. But yeah, you know, this holiday was kind of a special one for me. It's definitely one of the ones that I will remember for a very long time. It was a very family-orientated holiday. I was hanging out with my mum, with my dad, and with my little brother Schmitty, who came from Boston to come and spend a few weeks with me and the fam. And our other brother Aubrey was there also, and we just had an amazing time. I've just noticed also that we got a little bit of some failures going on over here. Oops, it looks like I've made this part of the tunnel incorrectly. This needs to shift over 1 block, it looks like it. Good job, Rain. But yeah, it was a really, really amazing holiday. I mean, most of the time I was spending was with my fam, with my brothers, and have I absolutely messed this up, or is it actually 3 blocks wide? Oh, it is 3 blocks wide. I haven't messed it up. Good stuff. Listen, the brain is still trying to kick in over here, okay, guys? Oh man. But yeah, one of my favorite parts about this holiday was the amazing amount of time that I spent with my brothers. Basically, my holiday went a little something like this. I woke up nice and early in the morning, about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I would spend a little bit of time with my mum. My mum is a great golfer. She's very, very good golf player, and I can play a little bit of golf myself, so my mum and I would go to the driving range in the morning, or we would go play a round of golf in the afternoon, and we spent a lot of time together just playing some golf and hanging out and enjoying each other's company. Spent a bunch of time with my dad also, just chilling, looking at the beautiful ocean, listening to some amazing music, having a nice cold beverage in the sun with my dad. We did a bunch of barbecuing, basically barbecued every single day. My dad and I were the barbecue masters, or as we say in South Africa, the braai masters. And I spent a lot of time with my dad just sort of, catching up and chatting. And we watched a bunch of cricket together also, which was magnificent. And of course, when the sun was setting, my dad and I would enjoy a fine whiskey together, just chilling, hanging out, chatting, the boys, should we say, just hanging, having a great time. And I had a really amazing time with my parents. We basically cooked every single night with my parents. At my house, when there's food involved, it's kind of a very social event. We all get together, we all cook together, we all eat together, and it's the time where we all come together to sort of bond a little bit. And it's always an amazing time when there's food involved with my family. And we spent a lot of time cooking, a lot of time eating, and it was fantastic. Every night we'd sort of come together in the TV room and maybe watch a program together, and then at night I would go and spend a little bit of time with my brothers. They were staying in a room, or should I say like a cottage outside of the main house, and the two of them were staying there together, and I would go and hang out with them every single night. And man, we would just chill until 2, 3 in the morning, playing FIFA, playing Red Dead Redemption 2, playing some GTA, just hanging out as brothers, listening to some music, having a cold beverage or two, and we had a really amazing time as brothers, man. We did some serious bonding. It was amazing. Now, my little brother also, I got some really good news for you guys on that side of things. I think the last episode of Hermitcraft I shared with you guys some of the music that my little brother managed to get on Spotify at the end of last year, which was, of course, an amazing achievement for a young musician. I'm very, very proud to announce that some of my brother's songs on Spotify have now got over 2,000 listens, which is pretty amazing considering he's a brand new artist with no advertising or no marketing. It's an incredible achievement that he has managed to do, and I'm very, very proud of him for it. And for those of you guys who maybe didn't get a chance to listen to some of his music, I'll put some of the links in the description box below. Go and have a listen. If you like it, follow him on Spotify and all that jazz. Add his beautiful songs to some of your own playlists if you're interested. And he did ask me to say a big thank you to all of you guys out there who gave him a little bit of support at the end of last year, listening to his music, adding his songs to your playlists and whatnot. And he was just very humbled by it, and humbled by the amazing feedback that you guys gave him for his music. So thanks, guys, for that. Absolutely amazing. It was a really epic holiday. I need to make some of this light blue stained glass over here, right, for the top of our tunnel. I did, however, have a little bit of a hairy flight coming back to England. I actually missed my first aeroplane flying back from South Africa to England, and it was a little bit of a harrowing experience. I don't know how many of you out there have ever been in a sort of, kind of dangerous flying situation. I sort of fly quite a lot in my life. I sort of fly back to South Africa once or twice a year, and it's about a 13-hour flight to get there. And, over the years, I've had a couple of interesting flights, should we say, flights that were a little bit on the terrifying side of things, but this year was definitely the most terrifying flight that I've ever been in. My parents live on the east coast of South Africa, and I was flying back to England from Johannesburg, which is the capital of South Africa. And to get there, I had to take a connecting flight from the east coast all the way to Johannesburg. It was about an hour and 40-minute flight to get there. And we took off in the aeroplane from the East Coast, and everything was going quite smooth. It was just one of those sort of domestic connecting flights, not a very big plane and whatnot. And we got to Johannesburg, and as we were sort of approaching Johannesburg, the captain quite ominously put on the seatbelt signs, and he was like, came onto the intercom, and he was like, everybody, just to give you a little bit of warning, we're going to have a little bit of a rocky way into Johannesburg. The weather is very bad right now, so, prepare yourself to be thrown around a little bit. We didn't quite say that, but the brain started panicking, because when the captain comes on and tells you to get ready for some turbulence, you know that things are going to be going down in the turbulence department, right? The captain won't usually say anything unless it's going to be really bad. And well, we came into towards Johannesburg, and we entered into this very massive rain cloud just as we were about to land. Johannesburg is known for its thunderstorms. Basically, in summertime, it rains in Johannesburg almost every single evening. And it's a very scary sort of thunderstorm that happens. And it doesn't last very long. It lasts about an hour or so, but there's insane lightning and thunder and very heavy rain. And I think it's, it happens quite frequently in Johannesburg. But on this particular day, this thunderstorm was way worse than usual. There was 100-kilometer-hour winds, and as we went into this cloud, as we were sort of descending to land, there was lightning going on outside the window. I don't know if you guys have ever seen lightning out of a window in an airplane, but it is absolutely terrifying seeing those flashes of light on the other side of the airplane. I mean, you are literally in a giant tin can with electricity all around you, right? It is not a very pleasant experience. Anyway, that airplane sort of bounced its way through that cloud. Extreme turbulence was going on. And as we sort of broke through the cloud at the bottom, we were about 200 meters, I guess, from the ground, landing gear down, ready to land. The captain suddenly accelerated the airplane at an insane pace. I mean, he literally grabbed that throttle and just pumped it up to full freaking throttle, man. The whole airplane was thrown back into their chairs. You could feel the G-force as the airplane just suddenly kicked into full gear, and the captain pulled the airplane up as fast as possible, and we went almost vertical to get out of there. At this point in time, I thought, well, that's it for the Diggity Dog. It's been a great run. Had a great time on YouTube. We got 250,000 subs. Good job, Ren. And, obviously you start thinking the worst, right? Like the landing gear has not come out correctly. We're going to have to do a sort of crash landing somewhere. Oh, this is the end. It's been real. Sort of turning on my phone to give my mum a call, maybe send out one last tweet. I was kind of panicking, I'm not going to lie, because I've never really experienced something like that before. But the captain pulled the airplane up, and we went all the way through that lightning cloud as fast as possible. And we broke through the cloud and went back up to 30,000 feet. And he came back on the intercom and said, well, we decided not to land in Johannesburg because of the extreme lightning that's going on. Instead, we're going to go land in Durban, which is another city on the east coast of South Africa, about an hour and 15 minutes flight from Johannesburg. So it took us about an hour or so to land in Durban. We then landed in Durban and refueled, and then eventually flew all the way back to Johannesburg. So an hour and 40-minute flight that was supposed to be my connecting flight turned into 6 hours on the airplane, as we were diverted to Durban and then went all the way back to Johannesburg. So when I got back to Johannesburg, unfortunately, I had missed my airplane back to England. And by the time I'd gotten back to Johannesburg, it was almost midnight, and I was extremely tired and, still kind of scared by the fact that, well, I felt like I was going to die on that connecting flight. It did make me realize, however, that, life is kind of short, and there's absolutely no reason to worry so much in life, and we should spend more time just enjoying our lives. Because you never know, man. A little bit of lightning can sort of end it all quite quickly. Anyway, on that macabre note, the good news is that British Airways, which was the flight company that I flew with, actually took care of us quite nicely. They put me in a really nice hotel, and they set me up for the flight back to England the next day. Not only that, they upgraded me to Economy Plus, baby. Oh yeah, I was flying cattle class, and they upgraded me to the next class above, which is about 20% more leg room. And if you can believe it, you get to use metal cutlery instead of plastic cutlery. So, yay! Anyway, I had to wait the whole day in the airport the next day to take the evening flight back to England, and got on the plane and got into the Economy Plus, and had actually a pretty decent flight. I was kind of knackered and kind of keen just to get back as fast as possible, so I slept most of the way. You have a much bigger seat, you have a lot more leg room and stuff, so it was much easier to sleep, which is awesome. So thanks, BA, for taking care of me. That was great. And I got back to England. rented a car from the airport and drove all the way back home, and I've been home for now for about a week or so. And as I said, I tried to record an episode about a day or so after I got back, but yeah, forgot to turn my microphone on, face derped like nobody's business, and then decided, you know what, let's just spend a little bit of time in real life getting ourselves ready for 2019. And I can tell you guys that I am now ready. I'm now pumped. My house is clean, and I am ready for what is going to be the best year that we've ever had here on ReNDoG TV, guys. It is going to be absolutely immaculate. I hope you guys had an amazing break also. If any of you guys out there have some interesting stories to tell me about your break over December, please hit me up in the comments section. I always love reading the stories from you guys in the comments, and hopefully one of you guys will be able to summarize quite nicely for me what is going on in the Hermitcraft Civil War. Now, with that all said, guys, as you can see, I have got a ton of work to do here to get this tunnel finished. Hey, Doc, what's happening, man? By the time we come back together in the next episode, this tunnel should be done, and we can start working quite nicely on the Hermit Railway Network project. Guys, that's going to do it for today. I feel like I've been rambling for about an hour or so, and well, welcome back to 2019. Welcome to the ReNDoG channel. Welcome to another year of amazingness, guys, and I cannot wait to see what is going to be going down here on the Hermitcraft server in the Hermitcraft Civil War, and of course all of the awesome projects that we're going to be doing. Guys, thank you for watching. Diggity Dog signing out for the first time in 2019 from the Hermitcraft server. Man, this coffee is starting to kick in. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll smell you all in the next episode.